Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Andy Roo channel. In today's video, we're talking about how Daniel and Johnny's new dojo will work. I know we all assume that they team up and become such a powerhouse dojo that destroys Cobra Kai, but I actually don't think that will be the case. In fact, I think it will be the exact opposite. I don't think this is going to work well at all. Chris said it best.
If we wanted to team up, it'll never work. I was in Cobra Kai and their style mixes with ours like...
Oil and vinegar?
No, not salad dressing. I would say like the British Bulldogs and the Heart Foundation.
They are such different styles and they have such a different way of teaching. How the hell is this going to work? Plus, how the hell is Daniel going to react to Cobra Kai's real former top bully, Hawk, being in the dojo that he previously destroyed? Yeah, I don't think Daniel is going to forget that easily. It's one thing for him to get along and find common ground with Miguel, but Hawk is a whole different story. We'll get into that later, but let's first try to figure out how the dojo is going to run. We all know that Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do students got together and made a plan for how they can work together, but did Johnny and Daniel really think this out? My guess is no. They're just going off the fly and shooting from the hip. I can almost guarantee that they're going to butt heads more than once. I actually think their whole dojo could split before the tournament, but they eventually come around and figure it out in the end. That would be my prediction, but this video isn't going to be why their dojo won't work. I think it's fairly obvious to most people, and if it wasn't to you, then now you know. I believe the previous seasons played upon the idea that Daniel will be open to new ideas and new teachings. He was so far up his own ass with what he was taught, and he wasn't open to any other ideas. It's a good thing Chosen taught Daniel that defense comes in many forms, because it would allow Daniel to be more open to Johnny's style of teaching. As for Johnny, I'm not so sure how open he is to learning Miyagi-Do karate. I know they agreed to work together, but knowing Johnny's character and personality, he's going to try to run the show himself. I have a feeling he's going to treat Daniel's methods almost the same way he treated Miguel's physical therapist. Can we really see Johnny Lawrence willing to let Daniel teach his students something he doesn't understand himself? Of course not. It's out of his comfort zone and he's going to get on Daniel's case saying, "How the hell did you win the All Valley with this shit?" With Daniel firing back and talking about how Johnny's methods are worse. This won't get the students anywhere with their progress. They will be confused with what to do and will probably still argue like Daniel and Johnny. I could see a funny scene of Daniel and Johnny using their students as an example to explain which philosophy is better and accidentally beat the crap out of them. Kind of like this scene here if you don't know what I'm talking about.
It's not right for snake. Perhaps eagle.
Crane! Crane! Okay?
If you haven't seen this movie, then I highly recommend you watch it. It's called The Forbidden Kingdom with Jackie Chan and Jet Li. I think this whole scene demonstrates how Daniel and Johnny will run their dojo. Here's another clip from the same scene that really symbolizes what will happen in Season 4.
Very good. For taking a duck.
Hey! Enough from you. It's my students, not yours. Two tigers cannot lift the same mountain. Two masters cannot teach the same student. Babu!
As you can see, that scene strongly correlates with what's going to happen in Season 4. At least in my opinion, it makes sense. It's more about the symbolism than the situation. I think Season 4 is going to pick up immediately with Daniel and Johnny at the end of Season 3. I don't think they're going to skip this dojo's first practice because it's going to be a mess. I believe they're going to start by doing things together while ultimately failing because the two styles contradict each other. Eventually, I think they will trade off their students. They can't teach a combined style of karate before first learning the other style of karate. I think Daniel is going to teach Johnny's students alone, and Johnny will teach Daniel's students alone. Ultimately, I don't think this will work out as well either because the students are so used to a different kind of karate and a different style of teaching. Daniel's students will think Johnny is way too harsh of a teacher, and Johnny's students will think Daniel's teachings are too soft and might just walk all over him. This is the part where I believe Daniel and Johnny will start learning from each other. Daniel will start becoming more assertive, while Johnny will start lighting up the Miyagi-Do students. Everything will start to balance out as everyone starts taking a little bit from each dojo. The interactions between the teachers and the students from each dojo will be very interesting in my opinion. My theory is that Johnny will be extra hard on the Miyagi-Do students, causing Daniel to be more angry, and Daniel will start showing the Cobra Kai students meditation and kata, which will infuriate Johnny because he thinks this shit will be useless. Like I said before, Johnny will say, "How did you win the all value with this shit?" So now we know with every scenario, this style just isn't going to work. I think we can assume that something will bring together this dojo, but who will it be? It certainly won't be Daniel or Johnny. I think it will be the same people who brought them together in the first place, Sam and Miguel. I have a feeling that they will be the students most open to the other dojo style. If that's the case, then I think we can see some serious character development from Sam. In fact, I think she could even become likable. This whole show, she has been such a privileged snob, always thinking her way is the right way. Now she's starting to see things in a different light. She's going to learn the Cobra Kai style, or Eagle Fang style of karate, and learn to be a badass from Johnny. You know, we have never actually seen Sam and Johnny interact with each other before. This season will be the perfect opportunity to start the relationship. I think he will be a good influence on her, as Daniel will be a good influence on Miguel. Johnny will be tough on the Miyagi-Do students for sure, and that means Sam is included, but I think we will see how tough Sam really is. Miguel will try and say she can't handle Sensei Lawrence's teachings, and Sam will try and prove him wrong. Then she would fire back saying he can't handle Miyagi-Do. This will result in Sam and Miguel trying really hard to excel in the other style, causing them to actually learn something besides proving themselves right. It will be the thing that brings the dojo together because they will see the usefulness in both styles while the other students won't be as accepting from it being out of their comfort zone. This is kind of a theory pulled out of my ass, but I really think it makes sense. Nobody likes getting taken out of their comfort zone, but once you get so used to the thing you're uncomfortable with, then you start to actually get comfortable with it. If anything, I think Daniel and Miguel will have the best relationship because they have so much in common. They already teased them getting a connection in Season 3 when they talked in Mr. Miyagi's car. In fact, to prove my theory more right, we already see how Miguel is intrigued by the Miyagi-Do style. He's curious, and I think that will help with this new dojo. It's just getting Sam's conceited ass to be more open-minded towards things she thinks she knows but doesn't. Like I said, it will be like that with all the students, but I believe Sam and Miguel will be the first to accept this change. Sam will try to prove to Miguel that she can handle Cobra Kai training and learn something useful from Johnny, making her tougher. One person I'm curious to see learn Miyagi-Do is Hawk. We have no idea how he will act this season or how open he even is to this combined dojo. It's pretty clear that he and Sam don't like each other, along with him pretty much despising Miyagi-Do. He's been full on Cobra Kai this entire show, so it will really be interesting to see how willing he is to team up with them, or even how well they will all get along. You have to remember that Hawk's change was last minute, and he was consistently beating the crap out of Miyagi-Do all the way up until the point that he switched sides. My guess is that no one is going to trust him, not even Daniel, or Johnny for that matter. It's for good reason too. Hawk is the one who trashed the dojo and stole the Medal of Honor. The only one who's going to stick up for Hawk will be Dimitri and maybe Miguel. It will probably be Chris questioning Hawk's loyalty the most and wondering why Dimitri is even trusting him. He will think that Hawk is a possible spy and won't like him until everything starts to balance out. It will be much like how Chris and Dimitri became friends in the first place. Dimitri was skeptical of Chris until Daniel taught them how to work together. They became friends ever since. I believe the same will be with Hawk and Chris, except it's the other way around. It will also probably take longer since Hawk went so far down the wrong path. I'm hoping that Daniel and Hawk will actually talk to each other one-on-one. Daniel only knows him as Hawk the Bully and has no idea of the former bullied Eli Moskowitz. Many people think that Hawk will actually turn back to Eli, but I don't think so. I can get into Hawk's character development in Season 4 for another video, but I will say here that I don't think he will change that much at first. I think he will still be Hawk, but will be much less of an asshole. He will still be confident and tough, but he won't be trying to make himself feel better by putting anyone else down. I personally believe that he will learn something from Daniel, considering that it's a combined dojo, and he may even change more. That's for another video though. As of now, this video is about how this dojo will work, and will only work if everyone is willing to step out of their comfort zone and learn the style that they are unfamiliar with. I don't think they will learn this until a little later though. Daniel and Johnny are both hotheads and they will keep fighting and fighting for their way of doing things, while Cobra Kai keeps getting stronger. I say that they will start trying to do things together, realize it's not working, figure it out and start to get along. then have a big fight that splits up the dojo, and then come together for the tournament at the end. That's how I would do it, and it's how I think it will happen. It would be a cool twist to have the tournament in episode 8 or something, but this is the formula I think the writers will use for the season. What the thing that breaks up the dojo is something I don't know, but I do think they will go their separate ways before realizing that this is their only choice. The real question is whether or not this dojo will continue after the tournament. My guess would be no, but you never know. They might end up getting along great in the end, but like Daniel said in Season 2...
I'll always be Miyagi-Do, and you'll always be Cobra Kai. But that doesn't mean we have to be at war, right?
Kreese is the one who cares about wars, not me.
It is still two completely different styles that shouldn't work combined, but they still did it for the sake of taking down Kreese. Depending on who wins the tournament will probably determine how long this dojo stays together. What are they going to do if they win? And what are they going to do if they lose? Kreese never said what happens if he wins, and I do think Cobra Kai will win the tournament, so the possibilities are endless for what could happen. In my opinion, this dojo will not last, and if they win, they will go back to their old dojos, but not be at war. If they lose, well, I guess they will shut down, but maybe they didn't show what would happen if they lost for a reason. Maybe it's something different. Hell, the Cobra Kai students should be arrested for what they did at the LaRusso house, and that could still happen. I guess we will have to see in Season 4, but this is how I think Daniel and Johnny's new dojo will work. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you did, then please leave a like, then kick the ever-living shit out of that subscribe button, because I know you aren't subscribed. I know you like Cobra Kai, and you were clearly interested enough to watch this video, so what makes you think you won't like my other videos? See, there's no argument there. If you guys have any thoughts on your own, then leave a comment down below. I read all of them and heart most of them, even the hate comments. I also have Instagram if you want to stay even more connected to me as well. Go ahead and shoot me a DM if you want to. I'll look at that as well. Till the next video, peace.